My name is Aaron Colt. I am a husband, father, endurance coach, and professional triathlete. This is my journey to world-class performance and what I believe it'll take to develop as an endurance athlete, but more importantly, a human. Hello everybody, this is going to be my May video where we are going to talk about the 3 different events that I was able to do in May. The first one, the Do Good Health 140.6, the solo Ironman that I did. First of all, I was able to raise almost $7,000, and so thank you so much for everyone that helped out with that. The people of Rwanda really appreciate that, and we were just blown away with all the support. It was so awesome. But to get into a couple race specifics, overall I went 8:42.52 in my first full distance Ironman. So I was very pleased with that. Starting off with the swim, it was good but not great. I didn't really expect too much from it, not being able to be in the pool a lot and really hone in too much speed, but a little bit under an hour. And the main takeaway from the swim was actually to train a little bit in your race specific attire. I had a little bit of shoulder mobility issues due to the fact that the kit was a little bit tight up on my shoulders, that I did not necessarily expect that. But once again, overall it was good. A little bit choppy on the water, but I had a good push and everything probably evened out with that. The bike was, once again, happy with it. I was pretty patient early on, making sure that I did not dig in too deep too early, because I knew that it would, come back and bite me if I was to do something like that. I went through the first half in just under 2 hours and 21 minutes, and then came back in around 2:14, 2:15. Overall, I purposely let my power drop in that final 30 miles, knowing that I had a tailwind and that my pace wasn't really going to decline. It actually, overall pace picked up in that final 30 miles, even though the power dropped. But I probably would have dug in a little bit deeper and allowed myself to gain a little bit more time and really use that tailwind versus just maintain. I was a little bit scared of running a marathon off the bike due to the fact I had never done it before. So that's why I dropped it off. But retrospect, happy, but definitely know there's a little bit more in the tank. In the run, I was happy to be under 3 hours for my first one, but I know there is a ton more in there. I went out a little bit too fast. I know, a little rookie mistake there, but I wanted to go for that sub 2:47, which would have gotten me under 8.5 hours total, which would have been almost $1,000 more raised based off of the performance-based donations. Had I gone out and tried to run 250 to 252, I think that's about where the fitness was on that day. But overall, still very happy with that. The overall race, I was definitely happy, but more so, it makes me excited for what's to come. I enjoyed the full distance more than I've enjoyed any race, any endurance event in my entire life. The next event I did, 17 days post Ironman, almost complete 180 turnaround. I raced a all-out mile at Wrightsville Beach with a few guys. I ended up running 4:40, which was a post-surgery PR. I had Achilles surgery about 5 or so years ago, but very happy with that. No specific training. So if you're strong and you can, you just keep a little bit of that turnover, you can push through and run a little bit closer to max effort and hold it for longer. Overall, one of the main reasons why I decided to race that mile, most people probably wouldn't do that less than 3 weeks after an Ironman, but I was going through a little bit of the post-race blues. I was pumped to have Justin Pachetti come around me about 1K into it and, dig in as I was going through the hurt of, why am I doing this? in the back of my mind, I was like, fish has never beat me anything on the mile up. So I got to dig in and get it. So we were both able to maximize what we could get out of our bodies on the day. Big takeaway, have people training and, racing with you is a huge benefit. The last kind of event that I did, I was giving a power test to the Zwift classes that were running 2 days a week without limits. So I figured, why not jump into it, do it as well. Power was a little bit lower than I expected, but I was happy to average a little over 4.25 watts per kilogram 2 days after racing that mile. It was that kind of third quarter of that 20-minute test that got me. Power dropped a little bit and I wasn't able to dig in quite as much as I would have been had I been fresh, but not too much worry on that. But overall, I had a blast in the month of May, knocked out some fun events and got to experience some fun things that most people probably didn't get to experience with COVID going on. One of the main lessons, I take away from the month of May is how much doing for and with other people can help. The Ironman, knowing I was raising money for the people in Rwanda who need health care, really helped me dig in that last 10 miles, helped me maximize my race performance there. And then, like I said, pushing in the mile, having fished a race, knowing Colin Hackman was right behind us. If I would have given in, he probably would have came around me too. But, just having people around to train and race with and everything, it's so beneficial. Just being able to do it for a cause greater than yourself. But that was my month of May, and we will see you in June. Have a good one.